Member of Parliament for Lilongwe Msozi South, Vitus Zorimare, urged government to revisit the amount allocated to the Ministry of Tourism and Culture to smoothen functions of the ministry, as the tourism sector has the potential of becoming the country's major foreign exchange earner.
In the 2011-2012, and it is stipulated here that we received around 746,000 international visitors, of which this ministry raised a substantial amount of money to the tune of 69 billion Malawi kwacha. Chair, when you look at the allocation to this ministry, it's very, very little. There is a substantial amount of potential to raise revenue, particularly forex, through tourism. When you consider the votes that we have just passed, Minister of Education, 54 billion kwacha. Foreign Affairs, 6 billion. Accountant General, just a department, 5 billion. MRA, 7 billion. Road Fund, 11 billion. Minister of Health, 26 billion. Minister of Gender, 10 billion.
The concern raised by the honourable member was responded to by both the Minister of Finance, Dr. Ken Lipenga, and the line minister, that's Daniel Liwimbi.
Honourable Chair, thank you very much, and I want to thank my honourable colleague for his question. Again, it's difficult to disagree with his observations. Of course, the importance of a ministry is not necessarily reflected in the sum of money that is allocated to it. The comparison that he was making with the other ministries is not really a fair comparison, because the monies that go to agriculture and health are really meant for certain direct social services. And the funds that go to tourism are used, obviously, differently. That's not to disagree with him, Honourable Chair. We still need to try and mobilize more resources for this ministry. But he must also remember that the activities of this ministry are also supported by a lot of private sector investments. We are very proud of the resources that we have made available in this budget to construct, for instance, electric fences and so many other infrastructure items in there. We wish we could do more. It is not possible now. But in agreement with him, in the days to come, in the future, we ought to mobilize resources to make, to contribute a little bit more to the activities of this ministry. That's all I would say, Honourable Chair. Now, my colleague, the Minister of Tourism, is here. Should he wish to chip in on anything, of course, he's most welcome.
Mr. Tourism, can you say something?
Thank you, Chair. Just as the Minister of Finance has said, definitely one would wish more money was given to this. This is a ministry which has got potential, as already said. I can only add on the member's point in terms of the fencing. Vwaza, he mentioned, and Kasungu, and as the Minister of Finance has said, we wish we could do more, but presently, I think if you look at the order paper, I'm expected to give a ministerial statement, of which I'll be talking about the Transfrontier project. Kasungu and Vwaza, just like Nyika, we have a problem there on the borders, and there are certain bodies like the Norwegian government and the World Bank who are financing and co-financing these, and definitely we shall be doing that. And the issue of the borders, especially in Kasungu, it's something which we still need to sort out with the Zambian government before we can erect any fencing there, because there are indeed some villages in Zambia which have crossed into Kasungu, into Malawi. So before we can do anything there, we need to sort it out. Thank you very much. But otherwise, the sentiments as expressed, they're quite right. Thank you very much.
Ochawe is in Malawi, one of the countries in the whole world, in Africa and in the whole world over, which has been blessed abundantly with places of tourist attraction, nature, good mineral resource, natural resources. How do we make good use of it?
Even its people, very warm, just like the name of our country suggests, the warm heart of Africa. So what's the problem really? I understand pretty well the Malawi Growth and Development Strategy 2 even incorporates the tourism industry as one of the potential areas, having that what it calls empirical evidence in terms of potential to generate the much needed forex that this country needs. You know, the MGDS2 is this country's development blueprint in terms of how the mapping of a development of this country is to be driven. This document does spell out how and the areas in which it is deemed that if we concentrate on this area, the country is definitely going to improve. So the tourism industry indeed has got the potential to generate the much needed forex that we need in this country to solve some of the problems rocking this country economically. So the Honorable Dzoli Mwale there, he was just reminding the finance minister to say that there is need to add or to give more resources to this ministry just to make sure that its potential is unleashed so that indeed we should benefit fully from this tourism industry, just as he put it in Parliament today best.